Ail, how is everyone? You're with me, Mr. Dex. Welcome to the channel. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am super excited for Incursions. An early version of it has been available for console players for the last few weeks via the CTE, which means that hopefully it should be tidied up and released for everybody at some point in the near future. Now, don't get me wrong, I know it's been getting some pretty mixed reviews, but I personally believe the potential is there for some really interesting experiences, particularly for those veterans who want to test their mettle against other strong players in a slightly different format. Should definitely make for some very interesting games. So I'm not here to make another video whinging about what could be done better and what not. If you want something like that, you have an abundance of content to choose from other larger channels. So nope. Instead, this video is going to be a kind of tutorial. Not so much an introduction to the Incursions game modes, but just a few helpful tips to help you get better at them, because if you're like me and you enjoy Battlefield, but don't have years of Call of Duty and all of these other small-scale FPSs under your belt, 5v5 competitive gaming can be a real challenge to navigate. So that's exactly what this is, a short guide to Incursions to hopefully help you play better and win more games. However, I'm going to try and steer away from the top 5 tips format we often find on these kinds of topics. Instead, what I've got for you is a ranked game of mine that I'm going to talk you through and basically cover some essential tips and explain what I'm thinking and doing, including the mistakes I make. It's not the perfect game by a long shot, but there's enough in there I think that you should find somewhat helpful. Now do keep that in mind as you watch. It may not be perfectly linear, and there will be a mixture of my own narrations with my in-game commentary, but hopefully I will have edited it in a way that's not too confusing. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Anybody got their mic, guys? So I would like to go proximity recon, if possible. That looks good, if everybody's happy with that. Apart from, obviously, someone's going to have to go like a shock assault or something. Please don't go combat sniper. No, don't you dare.
Hello.
Hey, there we go.
Okay, you can take sniper. I'm your medic. I will
I'm just going to pause the
you.
video for 1 second, because look what just happened. I'm in a random match babbling to myself as I often do, and all of a sudden someone actually responded. And as you'll soon see in a moment, another person and then another joins us. 4 of us, complete strangers, playing together over the headsets. Exciting times. In the base game, I rarely come across someone with their mic on, but in Incursions, players tend to be way more on top of it. So there's a reason to switch yours on, guys. It's highly likely you'll find someone else doing the same thing. Teamwork and coordination is absolutely critical in Incursions, and this is reflected by a much larger proportion of the player base using their headsets. I'd encourage you to do the same, not only for the perspective of coordination and how it allows you to communicate all kinds of important information, but also because if you run your game's audio through your headset, you get much more accurate information of what's going on around you, such as the footsteps of a nearby enemy player or someone firing their weapon. It's this kind of information that tells experienced players where the enemies are, and then they can react accordingly. In a 5v5 match, every single kill swings the odds in your team's favor. If a headset makes you more aware as a player, you'll be more able to locate and kill enemy players easier, and this will really help out your team. So, loads of reasons for getting a headset and turning it on.
Okay.
That sounds good. I'll just wait and see and make sure everybody picks like a raid leader and a tank. We need a tank.
Don't worry, we are pre-made. We know what to do.
Okay.
I felt super safe at this point.
Are you focused?
Sorry?
Are you focused? Ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Ready to win?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Hi, mate.
Hey. Oh, you guys. Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice. You guys are all in a party. We're sweet.
Here's another quick little tip while I let the game start. Create a balanced team. When matchmaking randomly, particularly when you start playing your first few games, you're going to get a very mixed bag of players. I think there are 3 essential classes in a team of 5. You must have a tanker, you must have one of the leader classes, and you really should probably have the field surgeon or the medic equivalent as well. The other 2 are user's choice in my opinion, so unless you're determined to be one of these 3, wait until everyone else has selected their class, and then choose yours based on your team's need. Just like I was about to do before my new Polish friends prioritized the game chat. It's good to be versatile, so practice with each of these 3 classes if you know you're going to be playing in random servers.
So I'm going to start this game off on the left-hand flank. I'm not going to rush the flag straight away.
In the house, building in the house.
I'm going to check behind the flag first.
Alrighty, this is probably a good time to talk about this next tip. Knowledge is power. Did you notice how I turned to face the building when my teammate said someone was inside? It sounds like a good thing, but it wasn't. I forgot to check my left side for enemies approaching the flag that could have easily been taken out from behind. So let's get this straight. Knowing where your opponents are and what weapons they have is one of the greatest advantages you could possibly have over them. You can respond to their movements, predict what they're up to, and counter them much more effectively if you have a rough idea of where they are on the map. Knowing where one player is not enough. You need to try and work out where the rest are.
I'm going to push up a little bit.
Consciously thinking about this all the time as you play. There are 5 enemy players, what are their classes, and where are they? Ask this question whenever you have a spare moment. Every now and then, I like to check the scoreboard to see who's alive, and then I'm looking at the minimap for signs of activity to gauge where players might be. Your kill feed is really important. In larger modes, I have it set to just show kills in my immediate vicinity to try and cut out some of the useless information you get from battles on the other side of the map. In smaller game modes, I want to see everything. You can keep track of it all much easier in these smaller games. Little bits of information by themselves aren't all that useful, but add some pieces together and you have essential intel. And then share this information with your allies. You see a guy flanking your team, let them know. Spotting them on the minimap is only half the job.
There we go.
Very low. One B. Okay.
Perfect. Give me head.
Yeah.
Give me phone.
You have.
We have taken objective butter.
So I'm going to try and chase this tank down now. With some AT mines. And that's what you guys should be doing too. Use all of the gadgets of your class. Don't just pick a class based on the primary weapon. You need to be able to use these things as well. So I'm going to get a disable here. And he's going to jump out because he's not able to repair the tank from the inside anymore as you are in the base game. You've got to repair it from the outside with the repair tool, and only one of the tankers actually has access to the repair tool. So they're much easier to take out. So AT grenades, mines, all that, really, really helpful to the team.
Yeah.
And that goes for other classes as well. Raid leaders, for example. If you're not dropping your spawn beacons, you're really damaging the team.
Coming on the... Never mind, I'm going to get him. He's dead.
So play your class, guys. That's another tip. So I'm going to push up this left-hand flank now. Not too far. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to check the corners, that kind of thing. And I don't actually want to make it all the way to A. What I'm actually trying to do here is control the area of the map between A and B. Because you don't always have to take all the flags. I've already got 2, so we're already winning. I'm trying to control the area of the map between A and B. And I'm doing that to stop the enemy even contesting B in the first place. If I can control these angles and these directions of approach, I can get rid of the enemy before they even get to the flag. Which is going to really help my team. Taking some cover here, which you should be using as much as possible. I mean, to be fair, I'm really camping. What I'm doing is camping. But, you know, camping with purpose. This is camping with purpose, for sure. And I missed this guy. Whoops. My teammate got him. And this is some pretty poor positioning on my part. I think really the only reason I survived that was because the guy was distracted. I was very exposed there.
My side is clear.
We are losing objective butter.
And I'm going to go back and defend the flag. Get rid of this guy, no problem.
Oh, in the building.
I'm going to call out to my teammate in a second from memory. So I can't get the guy.
Just one.
So I'm giving him information. Yep, get out of there.
Coming from the red.
I'm not going to lie, the accuracy here is not the best. But I'm supporting the team, that's what's important. It's not always about getting all the kills.
Yeah, nice go.
The teamwork here is very strong. I'm going to go back again, I'm going to try and push this flag.
Push a little.
Yeah, I'm pushed up.
I'm going to spot a tank here,
Tank on the right-hand side.
and that's basically going to kill this push. I want to retreat now. I'm just going to check for enemies.
We are losing
Behind you, too.
I didn't realize at the time that the tank was not in the group chat. Had he been, he would have known about that tank. So that's just you know, a little bit more evidence. Sort of reiterates my point earlier about having a headset.
So we were trying to communicate to him. He couldn't hear.
I hear him coming up the main
They're
road.
coming
Yeah,
from the
good
road.
communication there. And he's out of there. Try not to do that. Don't be that guy. That was very silly what he just did, rushing into the flag like that. You want to take it much, much slower.
I see the
You want to sort of scout the area, make sure that, you know, the enemies that are on the flag, you've got a rough idea of where they are.
Maybe he's gonna get
And you want to sort of stay to the sides of the flag and sort of pick them off. If you run straight through the
Anybody
middle,
got bullets? I've only got
you're
4
a
shots.
goner.
I don't have nothing for the tank.
I got landmines, that's it.
And actually, to add to that point, a really good tactic is to, you know, when you know that a flag is contested, don't be on the flag. Because I've noticed that a lot of players, when they're, you know, as I sort of push up this right-hand flank, I've noticed that a lot of players, when they're contesting a flag, focus only on clearing the flag. They're not looking around the flag, they just want to get that flag captured, basically. So they're only looking for players who are already on the flag. If you're off the flag, they don't know you're there. You've got the
I got one
advantage of
bullet
them,
left, guys. Has anybody got ammo?
and you can get rid of them. Gonna make my way back here, try and get rid of this tank. He's left the tank again.
One guy, in mine.
Right.
I put it the
Now what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get rid of that tank. Like trying to blow it up. Because actually this has happened to me a couple of times. Where the tanker has jumped out of the tank, we've killed him,
Tanker, do you
He's
not
been
have
revived.
bullets? Tanker.
and then he's just jumped back in the tank
No,
again.
You're not part of the tanker's not part of the...
So you got to make sure you destroy the tank. Don't let him get back in it. I've ran out of bullets there.
Don't revive me. Actually, no, do revive me. Screw it, we're gonna win anyway. I don't want to take a death. I got no bullets.
So that's basically it. Not a particularly high velocity game, I'll admit. But it didn't need to be. Teamwork was really strong, we controlled the map, and we didn't really let them have a chance. So we didn't really need to get 20-30 kills each to win the game. We just controlled the map and dominated them, basically, and that's how it should be. I do have another game where I went 44-4, which I might post at some point, not too sure about that. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. Please don't forget to leave your feedback down below. Particularly, I'm interested in whether you thought the format was good. I'm not sure whether you'd prefer a top 5 tips kind of scenario, but yeah, let me know. Let me know. Anyway, thanks so much for watching again, guys. Till next time, my name's Mr. Dex. Take care.